Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, we're checking out Marvel's Runaways Season 2 official trailer that dropped earlier today. Now, I'm really excited for this show. Now, I mentioned this before I checked out the first season of Runaways in the reactions and the trailers or whatever leading up to Season 1, that I wasn't really familiar with the Runaways. I know that they're a group of teenagers who were friends. They come together because their parents are actually evil and there's a bunch of shit going down. It's like a secret society type situation, you know. And that's all I really knew, and I knew there's a fucking dinosaur involved. I'm like, this is fucking crazy, but hey, let's just check it out. And I feel like Season 1 was so good, and I was looking into it to seeing what people who are fans of the comics, and it seemed like the majority of them seemed to like the show, so I felt like, okay, maybe it's a good adaptation, so I did a little bit more reading on that stuff on terms of these characters, and I feel like overall Season 1 was pretty damn good, and it's shocking to me, because honestly, 95% of the show, roughly, maybe 90% or so, is just a bunch of people talking in a room. That's really it. There's barely any action sequences in the entirety of Season 1, and luckily, the story and these characters, the kids and also the parents, kept me engaged and kept me wanting to continue to watch the show, and I'm really glad I did. So here we are, guys, with the Season 2 trailer of Marvel's Runaways. So without further ado, let's get into now. I know a long intro, but fuck it, let's go. Oh.
Classic pride.
They have a secret lair?
To finding our children.
And a 6.5-foot Deinonychus.
Oh.
We're gonna figure out how to use our powers together. As a team.
As a team. Oh, vigilante style.
Trust me. You keeping something from us?
Oh. Okay.
Our parents lied to us. If we're gonna be different, we gotta trust each other.
Parents are still murderers. And we still have an earthquake to stop them.
Okay.
Do you even know what's at the bottom of that hole? The thing that Jonah is willing to kill for?
There's the theories of what's under there.
They're our parents.
What?
How could they be such monsters? We can fix the world that they broke.
Cool shot. What? Throw in the trash.
Who are you? I'm Joker.
Okay.
We're against people that we can't beat or outrun.
Do something! There's something wrong with me.
Oh. Ooh. Hold on. Let's go back real quick. Hold on. Run it back.
There's something wrong with me.
So, okay, something wrong. Okay. I'm trying to look. Okay, that looks like, God, what's his name? From fucking Doctor Strange, the villain. The eyes of the villain of Doctor Strange. That reminds me of that. I can't remember his fucking name. Oh, regardless, that's what it reminds. I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think Dormammu is possessing her, unless I'm wrong. Okay, so this seems a lot more action-packed. I think what they were trying to accomplish with Runaways, because, let's be honest, compared to the other Marvel properties, I'm not talking like, you know, about X-Men and, you know, who owns what rights. Just in general, when you think about Marvel Comics, Marvel's Runaways are not in the top 10. Probably not in the top 20 most popular, like, characters or runs or whatever. You get my point. It's not a very popular run of comics. But they made this work. And for me, as someone who wasn't really familiar and watching the show, I thought it was going to be hard for me to get into the show because I'm not familiar with these characters. I don't know exactly what's going on. And they made it feel like they made it dramatic enough, and they made it simple enough for me to understand these characters and their different personalities. And then when they eventually start learning their powers, and it seems like in this, they're fully embracing themselves in terms of their gifts, their abilities, whatever you want to call them. But it seems like it's not going to go exactly as they think. I mean, the ending of the show, literally, they started to run away. The title, The Runaways. So, it was nice to see that that they actually ran away at the end of the season. And what I love is that they did not waste hardly any time for the kids to accidentally discover their parents are a part of this pride situation or whatever, and they're sacrificing this girl, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? They didn't waste any time. Now, I don't know if in the comics they spend more time with these characters, like with the parents and the teens not connecting in that sense where they all know everything, but they got right to it almost. This looks more action-packed, and what I like is that the parents are all forming together. Now, obviously, we're not supposed to root for the parents, but they have their own secret lair, and this mysterious guy shows up. He's still there. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, so it's hard for me to name off people, but it just looks like they're putting more effort into this craziness. Now, it seems like at one point they're going to have some sort of dance. I'm not really sure because they're running away, so I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. But, and then we have this. So, I think in the comics, not her, I think in the comics she betrays the Runaways, because there's a text message that goes out at the end of season 1, and it's implying that one of the Runaways, is actually working against them. And I think in the comics they say her character is the one, or are they saying it's the main guy? I can't remember exactly. Maybe I should look into it just in case it's a spoiler. But my guess is if there's any major like plot twist or any major reveals in the comics, and they're kind of wanting to do a story or to kind of do the storyline that way, that they're going to make changes. So I'm guessing it's going to be somebody we're not expecting, or someone that's not in the comics that betrays them, that's going to betray them on the show. Yet the show just seems like it's going to get crazier, which I'm all for, because the show started off just being the teens, just being themselves, and then kind of rekindling and trying to get back together, being a group of friends again. And then they started to discover, oh wait, I have powers, I can glow, and I think she could fly at one point, and she was able to like show her powers off, and the kids were trying to fight back at the parents at the end. So I'm curious to see what is next, and this looks like it's going to be more in tune with what I like to watch on TV, which is drama, action, and crazy shit. Because the first season of Marvel, I'm surprised. Like, I even mentioned to other friends of mine who are either reactors or friends I've met through YouTube, that I always reference that Runaways should not have been a good show, because it's just talking for the majority of the show. It's just talking. That's all it is. And for some reason, it's a great show because the storyline, and then the B-plot storylines and all these characters, they're all great. Whether they're good or bad, they're all great characters, and it kept you invested. It kept teasing you and giving you hints at things, and you're like, what in the hell? I got to continue because I got to know what this is. I got to know what this is. So I'm hoping that the season 2 continues that same formula where it keeps me guessing, and it keeps me interested. It keeps teasing me things to make me continue to keep watching, because they don't drop all the episodes at once. Not like Netflix. Hulu, they drop week per week, so 1 episode per week. So I'm hoping that the season will continue to keep me interested like season 1 did. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and yeah, there you have it. That's my reaction. I hope that this season is good, just like season 1. So there you have it. That's my reaction. We're curious to know what you guys thought about the trailer. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.